Yo!
Hey.
Hope everyone's doing well. It's good to be back and talking a little bit. Hopefully this camera's showing through well. I feel like we look like yellowish. I don't know. It's weird.
We do look a little yellowish.
Well, I'm usually up closer, I think. It used to be. I don't know. It's all good.
You just have jaundice today. It's okay.
See if this helps. Boom. Fix.
Yeah. That's all right.
It's weird how it's doing that. It's bothering me. It was fixed a minute ago. Now it's doing that. It's doing some weird lining. Oh well, doesn't matter. Hope y'all are doing well. It is playoff week. Tierney, do the intros. I'm getting everything set up.
All right, everybody. So if you do not already know, I am Tierney Smith, and this
that's gotta be. There you go. You were way too close.
Well, the camera's affected, so I don't know where to sit right now. I am Tierney Smith, and this is Chad Smith, and we are the Sooner Smiths live show here at the Voice of College Football Oklahoma Network. We are live almost every Monday at 7 p.m., pending any emergencies or life issues. We also have Josh on our channel. He is live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays. And additionally, we will be doing... I'm getting distracted. Post-game shows as well. So we will have another post-game show this Saturday as well, following the first round of the college football playoff against Alabama. If you have not already, please subscribe to our channel. Go ahead and throw a like on the video, even though we just started. You just know you're going to like it. Just go ahead and just nicely throw us a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video wherever you can. And if you have not already, you can also become a member of our channel. Every membership helps us continue to get the content going and just, having a good show for you guys. And additionally, check out the merch shop. Stacy, who I haven't seen in the chat yet, but I know she'll be here. She ordered her Zeno Zone outfit. She's ordered her Zeno Zone shirts recently, and she got them in the mail. She bought Touchdown Zeno and Schooner Zeno, both of which that I have. Thank you, Sooner Girl 4, for reposting the stream. Ah, man. I feel like we haven't been here in forever. It's really only been, I guess, 2 weeks, but we missed 1 week of a show.
Well, why I can't hear your microphone at all?
You couldn't hear me at all?
I could a little bit. You're gonna have to be right next to it. It's just not picking up for some reason.
That's tough.
Yeah, right there's good, I think, actually.
So did y'all hear me at all?
Yeah, they can. I just saying in my headset it might not be that bad.
Okay.
You just gotta be.
I feel like somebody would have told me they couldn't see me.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be okay with your chin being a little bit blocked out. Sorry, I didn't have time to set it all up today. Sorry, everyone.
Anyways,
that's good. Yeah, that's perfect.
Sweet. Okay, so now I'm thrown off. But anyways, welcome to our show.
Jonathan said he hears you fine.
Okay, great. Do I sound too loud now?
No, you sound perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Hello to the regulars. There's Stacy. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Kaden. Sooner Gal. Boomer Sooner 129. 1982 Boomer Sooner. All the regs here. What's up? Anyways. Oh, Chad's still struggling. I'm supposed to keep talking. Also, I forgot to mention, if you don't like looking at our faces, which is totally understandable, you can also listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, basically wherever you get your podcast from. You can also just listen to us if you prefer. But we like to think that we're not the worst people to have to sit and look at for a while. Or at least
I've
just
never
some
actually thought about it.
I was just saying we're expression-wise. I don't feel like we're like have cringy expressions or anything like that.
No,
Because
yeah,
sometimes
you're
you
right.
watch people that kind of like, I don't know, have very clay faces, if you will. But anyways, thank you guys for coming. I can't keep talking about myself.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're good. Sorry. I'd just take forever to get set up. Sooners, Caden, come on, Chad. All right. Let's get started. Oklahoma's playing in a playoff game Friday.
If you didn't know that.
It's going to be pretty cool. I hate whenever all this stuff is
Chatter, or 1982 Boomer Sooners says, Chatter, T-Dog, did y'all get first-round college football playoff tickets? We did. We definitely did. The moment we could sign up for them, we got them, and of course we'll be there, and my brother will be there as well with us. We're the three amigos. We shall be there,
and should be a good one. We're gonna get into it in 1 sec. I'm just getting on some of the stuff I had pulled up is now gone, and it's very frustrating.
Does anybody in the chat have tickets or looking for tickets? Gonna watch from home, gonna watch from somewhere cool like a cruise or something like that. 1982 Boomer Sooner says, and I will see y'all there. We will be there. In fact, yes, perfect. I'm excited to see what kind of atmosphere it's going to be. I mean, Sooner fans tend to show up on big games, so I'm expecting a very good atmosphere, very loud atmosphere. I will be there, very pregnant and all.
Hopefully,
yelling, cheering.
We're happy at the end of it.
Seago Outdoors says my wife and I will be on Campus Corner around 1. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I know some people are working.
Yeah, I'll be working.
We're going to try to get there when we get there. But we'll be there by the game time.
D-Rock, thanks, man. I appreciate it. He says, just popping in for a second, wish the Sooners the very best.
Thank
D-Rock
you.
Irish 5891. Wish y'all were in the playoff instead of, Tulane or JMU. But that's a problem for another day.
Not our choice.
All right. T, sorry I left you hanging there again. The lighting's better, though. And we are going to try to be done by around 8, hopefully. Game at 7 o'clock. Alabama, third time in, less than
13 months, really?
13 months. Yeah, that we will play them. The last team to beat Alabama in 2 years, or in 2 games in the same year, was 1893, sorry, the Brigham Academic something, BAC.
Is that what BYU used to be?
I think it was. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. But going to be tough to do. They're obviously very good, and we're actually over. Yeah, I'm hoping we're down there by. I mean, I don't. It depends on work, and then just where we can, if I can walk, or I need to go to the ADA route. But we'll be there for kickoff for sure. There are some rewards that were given out over the weekend as well. Tate Sendell becomes the first Lou Groza Award winner. I don't know if y'all heard his story today, but it was really, really good. He was a walk-on, obviously, at UTSA. His parents were basically spending every dollar they had, and he was about to quit football because his parents were basically going broke, paying for his college, and it just wasn't going anywhere really. And he, as kind of a third option for OU, gets offered to walk on here, and he walks on, and now he's going to be playing on Sundays for a long time. It seems like if he continues to be as effective as he's been. There are a couple people that were surprised by the lack of defensive linemen, considering none of the defensive linemen were able to, or none of the defensive linemen were actually linemen. They were all DNs.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there were a couple people that were confused on why, like a David Stone or Jaden Jackson, one of those guys didn't make it. Jaden Jackson also mentioned today that he had a couple of injuries he has been nursing all year, and that it made it sort of difficult for him to really have a lot of production. But which I still think he did a solid year. But it's not fun whenever you're injured the whole time. But there was a point made back in the Georgia years when they had the really good defenses that you don't have a lot of that Georgia team did, but you don't have a ton of people that usually get awards in those kind of defenses unless they're just the media hyped ones, or they're just known to be the best, like kind of like a Caleb Downs this year with the Thorpe Award. Because when you have a really good defense, it's not typically one player. And I know Teddy made this point on their Oklahoma Breakdown podcast this week that those stats get spread out when you have really, really good defenses. Because imagine you have the best linebackers and the best D lines. Well, if the D line's getting a lot of tackles for loss, even though you might have the best linebackers, they're not getting the stats needed to win the award. And it just kind of waterfalls from there. It affects really every position, but still, our defense to me is the best in the country. It's the one that I would pick over any other. I love seeing the people doubt how good they are. I just hope we get to prove a lot of people wrong. I think we might talk Indiana after the Alabama game here in a sec, but I think it'll just be a blast to go play Indiana. I think we match up really well with them. I have reasons to think that we would do really well in that game too. But as it pertains to Alabama, what research have you done on them? How do you feel? This will be, let's see, it says the 5th CFP appearance, obviously for Oklahoma, 4th under that BV will be in, or 10th. What is it? 10th actually that BV will be in. I keep forgetting which is on here. Let's see, for one period, Oklahoma defense. I don't know. He's 6-4. 10. Yeah, it's been 10. He has 6-4 in playoff appearances. I don't know. What do you think about the game?
So I didn't do a lot of research just considering we've already played this team. So
fair.
A lot of the same players are going to be the same players. You have Ty Simpson. But then you have players that are out like Jam Miller that you're assuming aren't going to be that. He's like out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the Cuevas.
Yeah.
He's their tight end who's also beat up, and who knows, how well he's going to be. And he was their biggest weapon for them against us. And then you have Ty Simpson, who has not looked anywhere close to how he was at the beginning of the season of late. Post Oklahoma, he's been a shell of himself.
Right.
So you're wondering, how injured are there? I saw a post from an Oklahoma, a Bama fan, about all the injuries that they had, or people that are playing through injuries while at the SEC championship game.
Yeah.
And even though they had a few weeks off of 2 weeks, is that enough?
Right.
Is that really going to get them where they need to be healthy? Now, I have to worry about our own health, but at the same time, the only people I'm really worried about health-wise is just getting a running back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because everywhere else, I feel like we're good. I want our Mason Thomas back for sure. Who wouldn't? But we've won the last basically 4 games without him. Tennessee obviously had the scoop and score, but Cincinnati hasn't played.
Right.
So, we've shown we're able to win without him. However, it's always nice to have a guy like that back, just a playmaker. And everything we're seeing from just, everybody who's rarely on site on the program is our Mason Thomas will be back. He looked really good on a lot of the videos. But again, I'm still scarred from last year where I don't believe it till I see it.
Yeah.
So until he's out there, they're announcing his name and starting lineup, I'm just going to take the back road. They same with Barnes. They said Barnes, he practiced.
Mm-hmm.
So good for him. But again, how well is he going to be? When's the last time he even took a snap?
Mm-hmm.
Game 4 of the season. So he's been out for a while. But again, we need a running back. So if he's able to play, then by all means, I hope he goes off. I'm excited for the game. My mom always said it's hard to beat a team 3 times. However, I was lucky enough to have a good coach all those 3 years, my mom, to beat almost every time we played 3 times. That 3rd time, I think Brent Venables is a good coach, and he's going to have it strategized up for us to be in a good position to win. Still, it's a big atmosphere. It makes me nervous, but we know we can beat them.
Yeah.
But I hope we just don't come in with the confidence of, we know we can beat them. Hope, which, I hope that doesn't happen. But regardless, I do still think it's a good matchup because they don't have the run game, so they are very one-dimensional. So if we're able to shut down Cuevas like we did the second half of the Bama game, I hope we're able to get to Ty Simpson and continue to have him see ghosts. Then, we can have a repeat of what we saw earlier this year. Now, I'm hoping it's not as close. I'm hoping maybe we can.
Try not to lean.
Sorry.
Keep leaning out of the frame.
I keep turning to look at you. But, man, I don't know. Just excited.
Yeah, I have to lean back in this chair, and it's way closer to us now, and we don't have the room to move. Usually we're back here. But, no, to Nicholas Wills said Bama got beat 3 consecutive times by Vanderbilt in 1949-50-51, but I don't know if they have been beat 2 consecutive times in the same season. Venables in the sports information department came out. The last time they were beat two times in the same season by the same team was 1893 by Brigham. I'll just look it up. It was BAC. Yeah.
Good gosh. Do we have electricity in 1893?
beaten by?
Just curious. Healthier X Rob and Blaylock and maybe Barnes is liking our chances, says Center Max 6272. I agree. That's what I think because our running game was coming on and that was a problem. Like in Alabama, we were running the ball well.
Yeah.
And then we got beat up and like we didn't get to run it so much as that we wanted to. I don't know. Cautiously optimistic. We can do it. I think they're going to be beat up. I think that they're going to maybe be overthinking as well. But I'm just hoping that we as fans can make a really good atmosphere for the players. It should be a nice night. Shouldn't be too cold. Shouldn't be any rain. Knock on wood. So there should be no excuses for being, in your seat and bundled up. So should be able to.
Alabama BAC. All right, there it is. Second loss against Alabama history, which twice. I'm sorry. This is just like totally taking over my. Oh crap. Where's BAC? Why can I do Control F on this?
Chad's like, just gotta know.
Brigham Athletic Club, November. Yeah.
Huh.
The only time in Alabama football history the same team defeated the Crimson Tide twice in one season. So Oklahoma would be second.
Hopefully.
What did you ask about electricity?
Did we have electricity in 1893?
Yeah. Edison was 1852.
I mean, he invented it, but like, did we have legit electricity in places? You get what I'm saying? There's like a disconnect. I'm watching the Gilded Age right now, and that's around that time, and like electricity is just now starting to like become a thing that they're excited about. So that's why I'm at.
Edison opened the first power station in 18.
All right, so it was around that time. That's what I was like. I'm just watching on the Gilded Age. They just had this huge, like, fantastic thing.
Getting beat. Boomer Sooner 129 says getting beat by the BAC is embarrassing. Yeah, just they weren't. They were a good squad back then. I feel like maybe. No, you're 100% right. I think the biggest thing for me is just health of like you mentioned, the running back room.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was never a running back, but I feel like important to that position is having knees. And, whenever X-Rob had both of his hurt and injured and you could barely walk on him, although he's tough as nails and obviously continued to perform well, it's got to be a relief for him to what?
I feel like an important part is having knees. Sorry.
You're fine. It's massive.
As funny as I'm making it out to be, but
no, it's fine. I like
it. Made me giggle.
I have to drink these massive 60, I don't know, like 3 of these a day it's our law firm, by the way. It's pretty sweet. And golly, drinking a lot of water can be tough.
Tell me about it. I'm pregnant and drinking a lot of water.
Oh, that's true. But no, you're 100% right. And I'm encouraged because, I don't know, Venables talked about it in his press conference today. I know that there's a lot of, and it is true to a certain extent that you are what you are once you get to this late in the season. But I don't know, teams can click and figure things out.
Illinois State.
Exactly. By the way, Illinois State, rooting for them hard. They've beaten South Dakota State. They beat number 8 team in the country. Now they're like 1 win away from the Natty, from playing for the Natty.
So, yeah.
How sick is that? I mean, by the way, and just makes OU's win look better. Obviously it's not ever going to be a win that anyone just is like, oh, but it makes it look just like a solid.
No, but that definitely is. You want to peak at the right time, or you want to click at the right time, or, I mean, our defense has been, gosh, I stopped watching that video.
I know, I think it was on replay. My bad.
Yeah. Still annoyed that somebody would post that, but whatever. Now
we can watch this video as a group here.
That one was a great one.
Can I finish my point just real quick?
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
No, you're fine. In more ways than one. No, I'm sorry. All right. But no, that is the biggest thing to me. It's getting X-Rob healthy and Blaylock healthy. On top of that, Mikula won't play Friday. He's just not going to, by all accounts. He didn't practice today. On top of the players coming back, we obviously Boomer Sooner had mentioned Barnes and R. Mason Thomas. You mentioned Jacob Sexton, right? Or didn't? But Jacob Sexton practiced today. He was, for those that remember, the starting right tackle in the first game when he got injured. I know a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, it's him again. He's going to be he's injury prone." True. I just you want talented backup. Yeah, you can never have enough bodies at this time of the year. You want talent behind Derek Simmons, who's going to be our starting right tackle for the foreseeable future, especially the next 4 games were we to make it that far. I fully expect R. Mason Thomas to play if he's going to play. I don't listen. This isn't like the regular season when Boomer Sooner 129. He practiced. He suited up. He didn't go through any live practice though. He didn't do any. He
He
just
did everything on air.
On air. Yeah. I don't think he plays. He lost like 20. I shouldn't say that. He got really sick though with his. I think it's pretty clear. I think it's reported he had a staph infection, and he got really really sick. And when you get really sick, I can't say fully, but you can't eat, and when you can't eat and sustain protein a lot, you tend to not have the same muscle mass. I will say after several weeks of that. But he's out there. I mean, and God bless his soul. I hope he all that he comes back fully healthy.
Point maybe he can play if we make it out of
this
round.
And heck, who knows? Maybe Friday comes and if he plays great. I want the best OU team out there that can be. I don't, whatever. We all want that. My thing is that whenever you have an offense that has seen, whenever they feature an extra Xavier Robinson, and they feature a Blaylock in times, and even I like extra because I feel like he's more SEC back ready. They're a lot to deal with. I mean, I think that they really do provide problems for teams. And then John Mateer, I was going to make a clip of the Michigan game just alone, just at how much quicker and fast he was. And that's a defense that has several NFL guys on there. Parham, they're 2-3, probably 3D linemen that are going to get picked. And their back end's really good as well. I just think that if people go back and look at how athletic he was and how he is cutting, he makes two dudes from Michigan, like a corner and a safety, just absolutely crack into each other because he jukes them so hard. He was a completely different athlete. So for him to have 3 weeks off where he's not getting beat up and he's not having to take hits and he just gets to rest. On top of that, you get to go through air, you get to go through the basics again, work on footwork, is going to be massive for him. And I suspect him to have a big game. You also saw videos of Keontez Lewis out there running routes again. Yeah. He looks like he's going to be a full go. Sooner Max says Jay Knott. He's been waiting for this game all year. Hey, I'll say this: if Jay Knott comes along and becomes the Booby Miles over the playoffs, he'll be worth every penny they spend on him. And he hasn't earned a penny of it yet. Well, maybe a couple dollars. But listen, he comes on and he takes us to Cincinnati, and we're all sitting there like, this is the best running back we've seen. He'll be worth it. But barring that and barring something that we've not seen all year, getting those two healthy is massive. Getting our offensive line healthy, giving them 3 weeks to. And I'll say, 3 weeks for Fabechi to get more snaps, to get more language, to get more communication worked out.
You said he's headed to LSU. So did he find a loophole? Are you talking about Ott? Did he find a loophole to get another year of eligibility?
He might have. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, nowadays people can stay in college forever. It's fine.
Maybe he's appealing.
You had said something though that also there was videos though of John Mateer throwing without any tape or not cast
it's that like cat tape or whatever it is.
Yeah, with nothing on his hands. So that's always a good sign as well. But anyways,
Boomer Sooner 129. It depends what against Indiana. Yes, because we'll win the game. He rushes 200 yards. How much is a national championship worth? 10 million on a roster?
That's insane. I don't like.
Actually, it's way more than that. A national title, it would be in terms of. It's probably worth like 50, if you were to factor in how that means recruiting, how that means for, engage. Well, I don't know how you'd quantify that honestly, but it's got to be worth a lot. I would spend 10 million of my own money. I don't have 10 million. I'm about only 10 million off of that, but. I would to get
would it. You?
I listen. It yeah.
And some secret bank account. Apparently,
the one Bowden,
at least 10 million.
It won't be easy. But no, I'm encouraged by the Alabama game. I think any team that comes in, the goal and the reason, and we said this the first week, and it's funny because it's like we feel like we're repeating ourselves, but it really we have to at some extent. And then I think we'll talk about just some like the fun topics about how far we think we can go, and we'll see. But with the Alabama game. Oklahoma always, Venable says this, he's like, the thing you do on defense whenever you're playing a good team is you make them one-dimensional. Alabama makes themselves one-dimensional. They don't even try to run the ball. They come out against Georgia for some odd reason and try to surprise people by running it 3 straight times and look like they're kids in the sandlot going up against professionals. Just don't do that ever again. Well, actually do that. Try to prove to Oklahoma that you can run the ball, please. And what is encouraging about that is you now know really Brent Venables can say it's first and I don't know, 2nd and 4. I don't care. You're bringing the house. You can get pressure on them. Mm-hmm. And, I don't wish injury on anybody. but has some back problems. It looks like he is going to see. He's going to be. I mean, he's going to play. He's a competitor. I don't doubt that at all about him. But it only takes a hit, and then you're not feeling well. Imagine that's starting to bother him.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, I do think there's smoke to this Michigan stuff for Alabama. And I believe some of their players know there's smoke to these Michigan rumors. Kalen DeBoer really wanted to be the head coach 2 years ago for Michigan. It's his dream job, apparently.
Oh, is he from there?
I have no idea. I also don't know if it's his dream job. I saw someone tweet that. And because it's helping my argument right now, I'm going to use it. But I just think that there is some smoke to that. I think some players are, I don't want to say, obviously you're trying to be locked in because it's the playoff, but I don't know how much they're locking in, if you know what I mean, because even though it is the playoff. But there are other, I think, key storylines of this game. One is Owen Heineke, and T, you had mentioned kind of his eligibility and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, I don't understand why it would be a big deal for him to get another year of eligibility.
Can you lay it out, like what the issue is right now?
So his issue is that he did play at Ohio State lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
Lacrosse.
No, yeah, lacrosse. I don't know why I think rugby and lacrosse are like the same thing, but
no,
they're not at all.
A lot harder.
I would think.
Not harder, but
more physical.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I've never played either, so I wouldn't know. Rugby is not, it's football without the pads, so I wouldn't want to play that. But he played 3 games of lacrosse at Ohio State. So to me, it's like, 1, it's not the same sport. 2, you only played 3 games. I mean, football, you get 4.
Yeah.
So to me, I don't understand what the disconnect would be of why there wouldn't be an additional year there. Now, I hope he gets additional year, and then he gets to come back. You know what I mean? I hope he comes back to OU.
Yeah.
Now, if you get an additional year and don't come back to OU, I'm going to be a little mad about that.
Right.
Because I've really grown to like you over this past season. And I'm sure if he did get an additional year and he came back, I'm sure they would make it very much worth his while to come back. So I've been very impressed with Heineke. I've been very impressed with Wine. Just 2 guys that have really, really stepped up with someone like R. Mason Thomas out. Wine was the one who forced the fumble, was it not? Against...
Sorry, you have your face.
Sorry.
You're good. Wine was, against Alabama the first time.
Look at me, I never remember plays.
Ball, and who recovered it?
What? Kendall
the Predator.
Daniels definitely recovered it. I also went back to, in my head, I went, Armin Thomas, that was Tennessee.
Yeah.
So
come on now. Come on.
Yeah, Taylor Wine's been out there banned. But so Heineke's somebody that I've very, very much been impressed with, and I hope he gets an extra year of eligibility. Again, I don't see why. Yeah, exactly. He said if junior college no longer counts towards eligibility, why would lacrosse count now?
Yeah, no,
exactly. My thing is we do believe junior college should count because, just you should have been better, or sorry you didn't get the looks. That's coming from 2 JUCO people. But my thing with the lacrosse is not even that so much that he played. He played 3 games.
Yeah.
That to me, if you can maintain your red shirt through 4 for football, you think 3 for lacrosse. Even then, I think you can have different eligibility for different sports.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
it's I don't know if it's a percentage of games that requires the eligibility.
But you would think lacrosse would have more than 10 games.
Yeah, he played. Yeah, I don't know. He is awesome. Man, he would be one of the best linebackers out there next year.
Definitely. Too. But I mean, we have that such good depth on defense. I'm excited to see them go against Alabama again. And like you said, they're beat up.
Yeah.
And I think Teddy, was it Teddy or Gabe or maybe someone random said, I think there's going to be a targeting call early. It's like somebody's going to send a message.
Oh, no, it was Daily Wire.
It was Daily Wire.
Yeah. It was Crane & Co. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody had said, I think there's going to be a targeting call early. Said, I think that somebody's going to send a message.
Yep.
I don't hope it's a targeting call, but I hope somebody sends a message.
Right.
Now, unless it's like somebody who's just not going to play and they're like, hey, Tommy, get in there and send a message. Like, okay. Then fine, whatever. But anyways, man, I do think that you lay a few good clean hits on them early. I don't know. Let's see how they respond.
Well, with all the, especially with all like the smoke with Ryan Williams and Bernard, and I don't know. I just feel like they're a team that is on the edge of, if you get up on them early. Now, obviously, yeah, it's kind of like, what can you make them? Will they have the fight in them to really want to get off the mat again? Yeah. And like you had said, and reiterating that Ty Simpson had 20 touchdowns, 1 interception heading into Alabama. A lot of people, that first matchup against Alabama, a lot of people were talking about Alabama being the best team in the country after they had just gone to Missouri.
Like a Heisman front runner.
Heisman front runner, and he had just gone to Missouri and beating a good Missouri team. I think it's hilarious though seeing the people talk about how, look, Oklahoma won, but look, they only did it by creating 3 turnovers,
by forcing,
by good defense, which is literally what defenses do. That is such a point that is I don't even know, like, it's so bad that it's just almost like I have to be missing the point they're making. You know what I mean?
right?
Because there's just no way.
I can understand if it's like you got the lucky turnovers,
Right.
For instance, like Ty Simpson draws back and just fumbles it out of his hand,
Right.
or there's a bad snap over somebody's head.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's a great point. Yeah,
they were forced.
Or like like you're saying, like
turnovers.
they're punting in their end zone and he snaps it over his head and there's like,
right.
and you're like,
exactly,
dude, we forced them. Sorry, like
it's just so interesting. And I get what they're saying in the sense too, like, can OU force 3 turnovers again? My thing is, I don't think we need to force 3 turnovers necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to force downs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we can just keep them out of the end zone, that's, you know what I'm saying? Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely
duh, everyone's
yeah.
like, duh, but don't let them score. I'm just saying though, I don't think we necessarily need the turnovers. You just need the stops,
right? And
get them however you get them. But
and the yards thing is also misleading because when you get turnovers and you create short fields, your offense isn't going to have as many yards as they should, as they normally would.
Mm-hmm.
People, after the Taylor Wine sack and fumble, there was what, a 30. We had to go 20 something yards, and that was the John Mateer touchdown run.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a touchdown drive for 20 yards. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of. I mean, if you continue to do that, you might score a lot, which is crazy enough to, I believe, the point of the game is to score more points than the other team, not get more yards.
No matter how you get it. And also because RSJ's touchdown, he crossed midfield, and we just really needed to get that field goal at the end, correct? Or field goal at the end of half.
Yeah. That was field. Yeah.
So we needed a field goal at the end of half. I was like, was that Tennessee or Alabama?
That was Tennessee.
Darn it. Okay, so somebody else.
Right. We had in the Tennessee, you had Bowen's pick six.
The Bama.
It was the punt return. The Hardy punched it out.
Right. Okay.
And on Ron Williams.
So we had 2 fumbles and a pick 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm confusing the Tennessee game. Sorry, guys. We had a lot of turnovers in that time that I can't recall, but that one did end up. I was correct. Wrong game.
Yeah, that was that was me.
Okay, yeah. So exactly. That punt return. We were at the 20-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
Not very far then, which we got a field goal. The Wine forced turnover to kill it. That was John Mateer touchdown.
Right.
Eli Bowen pick 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a bunch of our man Tate just piping it.
Tate Sandell, baby. Grozer Award winner.
Shorts, long kicks.
He is awesome. We have, by the way, if you're watching, go comment in the YouTube comments after the video maybe, or in the actual comments, who you would want as, because game day is going to be in Norman. Who would you want as the guest picker? I have my, I guess, picks. I mean, I would love Baker to make a Friday appearance if he could. That'd be cool. I don't know bye weeks or any of that. So Jalen's off. That'd be cool to see him. You have people then you have old timers. It'd be cool to see Bradford never does anything in the public, but it'd be cool to see him.
It'd be cool to see him,
Brian Bosworth would
especially
be cool. There's a lot of people that'd be sweet, but Shelton, CeeDee Lamb's a good one.
My thing with Blake Shelton is he's not an OU fan.
Yeah, he's an Oklahoma State fan too. I want someone who bleeds.
Yeah,
OU.
we need like
Adrian Peterson to be sick.
Yeah, somebody. Is he in prison right now?
I don't think so.
Is he okay?
He was arrested for something. Yeah, no, he did. Yeah. He might not. They might not want him.
Also, I should go ahead and pause the video and say that if you are watching on another platform such as Facebook or X, please jump over onto YouTube. Wow, pregnancy brain. On YouTube to like the video, and that likes just go a long, long way. You don't really realize it because you guys like it, and then it can show it to other people that shows up on their YouTube saying, "Hey, you might also like this content." And so it's a really good way to spread the word. I know in the past few weeks we had a few new people show up and say like, "Hey, I just discovered you guys have content, and I like it. That's great, and thank you." So please go ahead and like. But we have some choices here. Caden says Mark Clayton. We have.
But Pat all worked up at that. I think that's Gerald McCoy.
Okay, I was like, JK. Oh my gosh, GK. Oh no. It's like Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, okay. Adrian Peterson. Who else do we see?
Jeremy Stevens makes a good point here. We saw Adrian Peterson. That's again Jared McCoy. Bob Stoops. Just retired today, by the way, from the
he'll be there.
Renegades.
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb would be sweet. Creole Season says, "I'm so freaking pumped. We're going to win this game." I agree, man. I think we're going to win as well. It's going to be an awesome, awesome game.
I think we have a... Yeah,
Someone mentioned...
George Or someone says George Kittle.
Hey, Boomer Sooner, thank you for this. 15 likes. We need more likes, people. Everybody hit the like button. Quit being
Stop being a bunch of weirdos and hit the like button.
Yeah, as Boomer Sooner said, it's like, stop being a bunch of weirdos. Hit the like button.
Oh, we have some fighting here. Jeremy says that he was number 15. So
the Bosworth's always a classic pick.
Definitely someone that bleeds red.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all bleed red, but you know what I mean. Bleeds crimson.
Yeah, he'd be awesome.
Cinder Gal says, of course, the Boss. I mean, females. Let's be real.
What is it called? A silver
a silver fox.
Oh yeah.
He's a man that I think has gotten better with age. No, I mean, I wasn't around in the 80s, but just saying, it's a nice looking older man.
Jim Ross, man. I wish he was he's just not healthy enough to do that. I wish he was.
Someone said Danny Stutzman.
Ooh, Stutz would be sick.
That would be a good one.
What a great call. Who said Stutz?
Creel.
Stacy. It was Stacy.
Oh, Stacy did too. Sorry.
Yeah, Stutz Creel. That was he'd be awesome. Again, we're not considering bye weeks, and if they got to travel to.
We also just don't have all their schedules
memorized.
memorized.
Of all the things I needed to do today, it was not look up bye weeks.
Who they should not have is anybody from Oklahoma.
I got you.
Or from Alabama.
I hope you heard me.
We only guess
no one from Alabama. No one from Alabama.
Technically they'll have Saban, so you already have one.
You already have one person from Alabama. Yep. But there are a lot of people that are going to be there. It's going to be an awesome. It's going to be an awesome environment. Someone mentioned earlier in the comments. I will look to see if I can find it. It was one of the first ones.
In the meantime, Stacey said the merch is awesome. I will plug it. The link is in the description.
Yeah,
it is. It's super cute. I'm also biased because my dog's a star.
It was 1982 Boomer Sooner biggest home game in the history of Owen Field. Yeah. I mean, I think it could get technical. I think sometimes some games were, it's like if we won, technically we were the national champions because we were playing some no name the next week. And back in the day, you didn't have a national title game; it was just awarded by the media. So maybe one of those games would comp. But there's no reason to get that, that detailed in it. I would agree. It's a game in which you continue to be able to be one of the few teams to play for a national title. And man, I'm just so happy for Brent. And it's cool to hear him talk about his whole process and the journey he's been on at Oklahoma.
And so speaking of which, totally robbed.
Oh, yeah.
Coach of the Year finalist.
Yeah, that was insane.
Make it make sense, dude.
I can't.
Which, here's the thing. At least, it's not just Oklahoma bias. There's several other media heads that are like, why would Brent Venables not be on this list?
Yeah.
And, my thought is, why is Ryan Day on there? I mean, he has a good team, but, he took a good team to keep a good team. Marcus Freeman was on there. Took a good team to technically not make the playoff this year. And lost the 2 games that they played. I understand, Kirk Signetti.
Yeah.
Sure, Elko. Great. Guy from Vandy. Forgot his name. But, I understand those. Signetti's probably going to win it all, or should, in my opinion. But the fact that Brent Venables just not on that list.
That's insane.
Fighting words, man. And what's funny is his response. He was like, I got to get better. I got to be better, I guess, And I love that response, but, come on.
It's not. I get what he's saying, but, man, that's tough.
Duke Silver. Oh, welcome back. We haven't seen you in a while, Duke. So we've had a postseason curse since 2003. We lost to K-State, then LSU. We've sucked in the postseason since then, minus a handful of bowl wins. Hope we can reverse the curse. Jeremy says, curse gone. All right, I like it.
I'm not one that believes in curses and all that, but I hope. I hope we win.
If y'all have a lucky shirt that you've worn the last 4 games of us winning, wear that shirt. Don't mess with fate now. If you believe in it, go ahead for it. Chad would like to share Jake Crane's prediction picks.
First off, great still shot of him. This was my face whenever I saw it, probably. All right, he has us in Alabama playing, or us beating Alabama. Us playing Alabama wouldn't be that great of a prediction because we are. Oregon JMU has Oregon, then he has Oregon Tech. He has Tech beating them. He has us beating Indiana. And I think that actually is a pretty solid. Let me back us up here. A pretty solid pick. Indiana's played 3 defenses that even have a pulse, really. Oregon, Iowa, and Ohio State. They scored 13 Ohio State. They scored 20 against Iowa, 30 against Oregon. And Oklahoma's better than probably all 3 of them. They're at least on the same field. If you don't want to, people are weird about Ohio State, fine. Ohio State plays 2 good teams a year and whatever. If you want to say we're not better than Ohio State, we're at least as good. And for me, what's going to be the bigger adjustment? Is it going to be us playing the defensive lines at Auburn, the defensive lines at Missouri, the defensive lines for Ole Miss, the defensive lines for Alabama, going to then play the defensive line in Indiana that, again, hope he becomes healthy and he has a great career, but just lost their best defensive player, which was on the defensive line? Or is it going to be Indiana having to adjust to play a defensive line that is, by all metrics, the best in the country, that has played NFL offensive linemen every single week they have played? Indiana might have 4 in their conference. We have 2 on every single offensive line we've faced this year. I mean, it's a completely different level in terms of in the trenches. And when you look at what Indiana struggles with, they get a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And when you have a quarterback that gets happy feet, like Fernando Mendoza is a great player. He had a great speech. He's also the only Heisman quarterback I can remember to have one 300-yard passing game in the entire season. One. He's not knocking the socks off anybody. It was a year in which the Heisman, I don't know if they should have given it to Tate Sandell probably, but they couldn't. So anyways, I obviously could be proven wrong, but I just don't think it's a team that they don't scare me. They are, I don't know what their record would be with our schedule. I think they'd be probably 10-2, 9-3 team if they had to play again. They should have lost to Penn State, but I think that's solid. And he has us losing to Ohio State in the national championship game. And even Ohio State, listen, the issue with Ohio State is they have legit 2 first-round draft picks at receiver, and when you have that is just, it doesn't matter how good you are on defense. They're just better athletes. And one of them 6'4", 240 and runs a 4.4. I mean, and he's not only runs it, great route runner, and can do basically everything you need him to. Mm-hmm. Wanted to also show this R. Mason Thomas.
I mean, not that bad. We're not looking over.
No.
This is just, and I agree. If we can get past Bama, which again is going to be a hard-nosed win, that we're going to have to buckle down for and win. If we win that game, we'll play Indiana again. It's like you mentioned, that's the matchup that we like. Yeah. For that reason exactly. They're not playing the same defense like Oklahoma every single week. No. OU is playing the same defense every single week. So it'll be interesting to see how that offense steps up. And again, like you said, their best player who played every snap this year.
Only player for them to play won that game.
But I'm assuming he's probably played just about everyone except the blonde. Just injured and out for a freak accident, and so I mean, meanwhile we get somebody like Marvin Thomas.
Right. That's what's scary is, dude, we did all this for the best of it.
Right, and that's what I do like that match. Now, then also too, if we're playing that, what happens to reason like that's where you can what it is. But man, I'm hoping, man, we gotta get this a little bit first. We can go ahead and talk about this animal of a human being.
I was just going to say, Creole Season says, despite Ohio State's wide receivers, they were unimpressive both against Texas and Indiana. I'm not afraid of them either. I'm just saying that is, that is the only thing that would really, I think, cause consistent issues, is that as good as we are at every position, that it's unguardable if you are able to put good throws on like a Jeremiah Smith, for example. I think you saw it with whenever Cam Coleman came to Norman. It'd be more of that, but I think you could beat Ohio State. I think Oklahoma could beat any team in the playoff, especially if their offense gets clicking, which is, to be fair to us, to be fair to the critics, I guess. I've said that several weeks and it just hasn't yet. I think a lot of that's going to be fixed by having Fabechi at center for a few more weeks over this bye week, and then just time for people to relax and not be beat up every week. And they had 3 weeks to do it. And I think that it's going to look like a team that is hitting their stride on Friday night.
Oh, and it's going to be awesome. Somebody did say IU lost their best defensive player in the champ game. Oh no, it wasn't in the game.
Yeah, it wasn't in the game.
It was after the game. He was giving high fives.
Shout out Jeremy Stevens, by the way. Thank you.
I'm not like doing this to argue, but like just to have the craziness of this injury. He was giving high fives to fans and kind of like just, how you just barely jump up and somehow just tore something in his knee.
Tore his ACL.
Yeah, and it just shows you, and again, that goes to like the wear and tear in the body. How worn out was his body that just one more little thing just.
And someone made a good point, and I'm interested to see how it bears out too. Indiana, I think, is a very good team. I do think that they are going to realize that when you play teams that, at least right now, because Netti's only been there 2 years, and it's hard to build a lot of depth in that short period of time. But when you play teams that are extremely physical, like Oklahoma is going to be, I think that's where you start seeing the lack of depth in terms of your 3 and 4 guys being able to handle that kind of being beat up, really.
Right.
And you saw it when they played like TSA and Ohio State, when you have someone you were consistently having to bang with hit. God,
Pause.
it is difficult, and it starts to wear you. And not like T said, not to mock the dude's injury. It's a horrible thing to happen to people, but just to focus on our guy, our Mr. Thomas back here, put it in actually credit. Got it the first time in August. Right here, posting on his perfectly, and he's up running. He's looking fine.
And it was possible. Like, he's such
all
an
of them,
amazing
dude, are just
all of them, but they're such amazing athletes. And good night.
Look at the mustache on this guy.
I will always remember the video of Grayson Winfrey. No, Grayson Holton. Prairie and Winfrey did the same thing, but it was last year, I think, or maybe even this year. Grayson Holton just sprinting at like an angle. I'm like, can you imagine him running that weird?
Yeah,
and I tell you, I was getting out of bounds real quick. But also, I'm 5'3" and not very big. But I'm just like, man, these guys are monsters. That's not an insult, right?
No, not at all.
Okay, I feel like that's a compliment. Like, on monsters on the field, it's just insane how big, and on top of being just huge, they're so fast.
No, dude, that's what's great.
I'm somehow the same species as some of these athletes. Is insane to me.
It's wild.
So
and
crazy.
Venables kind of made the point in his press conference of, there was
It's like, I'm human, and they're like superhuman.
Yeah. Listen, dudes that are just, I don't want to say sometimes mirror-like holding a mirror when I see Danny Okoye run down the field, but Danny Okoye is 6'5", 260, and runs a 4.6.
So you're about
and there are people out there that,
and you're not close to 260.
No. The only way I'm getting to 260 is in a way that you would not like at all, because I would be just like Jabba the Hutt. 4.6. Listen, a lot of people like to talk about how they ran 4.6s in high school. You didn't. A 4.6 electric time, you are absolutely gunning. That is elite speed.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that word. We might get banned for that one.
Well, fair. Burning, I should. How am I not going to be moving? I should say. To run a true electric time 4.6 is extremely rare. The fastest guy you knew in high school, unless you played at like Bixby, didn't run a 4. I mean, that's elite, like elite speed. Isaiah Satania will probably be like a 4.6 guy.
Okay.
And look how fast he is.
Yeah.
That dude's doing it
with a lot of more weight.
At 6'5",
with probably 100 more
with
pounds.
arms that he can scratch his calves with when he stands up straight. It's insane. I don't know. I love it, and I love that they're on our team now.
Yeah.
Roy Williams, also by Boomer Sooner, is saying Roy Williams celebrity picker. That'd be awesome, and Pat McAfee should make him jump over the desk and like tackle him as like a setup, a la the OU Texas game. That'd be funny. Jeremy Stevens asked if Fabechi takes snaps at guard versus Alabama. Yes, he did. Jake Makula was the center last time we played Alabama. I will say, and I can only rely on experts in the position. Gabe pretty much said, look, Fabechi's already our best center. He fires off the ball. He said Fabechi's our best center, but our best iteration of an offensive line is when he is at guard, because he thinks it helps Foje, and it helps Foje a lot. Junior, hey, I love it. I ran a 4.640 in junior high. I love it, Zigo. There was a question I saw about Oklahoma regarding who asked it today? Who asked that? They asked John Mateer.
Foje took snaps at center.
Gosh. Foje took snaps at center. Yeah, I was. What was it? Sorry,
I just
it's
listened to
fair
this
to you.
interview, so I could help you.
No, yeah, go.
No, well, what? We keep going. We maybe figure this out together.
No, I'm thinking of a different one, and I can't think of what it would be.
I just listened to the interview right before a show.
Dang it!
Didn't have time during my lunch break. But man, I was gonna mention too. I liked everything about Jake Crane's predictions except the winner.
Oh yeah, true. Listen, if we get to the national championship, I like, man.
No.
And what I think is going to help our offense, by the way, is I think let's not forget a lot of what we were good at. There was a little bit of let's not open the bag too much. Our best run game option is John Mateer running the ball. whether it's QB power, QB counter, whatever it was. And it was always, well, we don't want to run him too much. We don't want to get him injured. Listen, you empty the clip in the playoffs. There is no, let's save this or that because we want to make sure he's there for next week. There is no next week if you don't win. So there's a freedom in that, I think, for Ben Arbuckle. There's not a relief, but there's a understanding of, look, I'm not worried about, it's not that you're not worried about John Mateer getting injured. I'm not going to call plays in order to make sure he has the safest game. You are going to do whatever you can do to win the game. And for me, I think you're going to see a lot more John Mateer running. You saw it, remember, 19 rushes against Michigan. And at the time, it was, look, we don't think John Mateer can make it through the season if he rushes 19 times a game. This is a 4-game season, if you're lucky. If you're one of the 2 best teams in the country, you get to play 4 more games. It is the last game at OU for all the seniors. There is not another game in Norman for those guys. R. Mason Thomas, if Heineke doesn't get another year.
Grayson Halton.
Dominic Williams. This is their last game in Norman for the rest of their lives. Like, that is a sobering thought, I think, whenever they really sit down and think, man, that is that extra motivation. Can you have that in a game like this? But I think it's just adds to the moment.
Because I know that when we had our final game at Sulphur my senior year, when we knew it was, like, granted, not that our team needed extra motivating, and I don't think OU does either, but there's something about it that you just definitely, when you know it's going to be your last game. Sometimes you don't know it's going to be your last game at home. For instance, like, you played football, so if y'all didn't get a draw with a home game, you didn't know that your senior night was technically going to for sure be your last game. You assume it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they for sure know that this is going to be it, and man, like, it'll be emotional, and I hope they're emotional in the best way possible. And man, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
So Jeremy Stevens said, I think it's just at guard too, talking about Fabechi. Funny enough, John Mateer let it slip that Brian Foje took snaps at center this week as well. He's been taking snaps at center for a backup to if Fabechi would for some reason not be able to play. They're going to move Fabechi to the center because he's the most consistent lineman they have. He's a leader. He knows the offense. Remember, he's the only offensive lineman that has played every game for OU the last 2 years. So, he has the most. He's the leader on the offensive line. You want him there because he understands the calls. Your center is your brain up there, so he has to make all the adjustments where you're going to zone block, where you're going to man block, where the blitz is coming, all that. And they want someone who understands it. What's up?
I love all those interviews. He seems like
he's unbelievable. He's such a nice guy.
He might not be, but he just seems super like soft spoken in a way. And you're like, man, this guy is huge and like playing such a hard sport. So anytime I see interviews of guys that just seem super quiet and just
like you can tell they don't really love being in front of camera. They're just super sweet.
I don't know, but I love it. They seem super sweet, but they're playing not a super sweet sport.
It's the reason why you liked Wonder Boy, the UFC
Stephen
fighter. Stephen Wonder. It's for UFC fans. Like, just the fact he's so nice, but he's an absolute killer is like insane.
I don't think you can say that.
Or absolute assassin.
We're gonna be banned from.
They'll be fine.
From YouTube.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to say, going back to the R. Mason Thomas thing, and I hope someone in the national media for Oklahoma, and I may text a few of them, just to have this message around, because I'm right about this. There are many things I'm wrong about. I don't remember those. I don't know if they're ever. Well, I say that. In my attempt to be humble, I think I just proved myself wrong. Do you get it? I'm wrong about being wrong about many things. A little double meaning. There is I don't know what it is, but there is a lack of people. All right, so people got to understand a lot of these postseason awards are won the year before. You have to it's called persuasion. It's a framing of the conversation. It's what a lot of people in politics do whenever they have podcasts. They frame something for several episodes, whatever it is, and they get you to think about something in that way so that whenever there's any information that counters that, it's seen through the filter of the frame, right? So you're framing not so that the decision that what you hear isn't really the facts. It's heard through the filter of a frame. So a lot of these media awards, Jim Thorpe Award, Biletnikoff Award, whatever they are, Heisman less so because it is so much a on-the-field production award, really. You can't really win it in terms of storylines beforehand. But you look at what Caleb Downs, he won the Jim Thorpe Award. He didn't have a great year. Granted, statistically, I hope Dallas somehow could get him. They need all the help in the world on defense. I think and he probably is the best defensive back in the country. But I mean, think about the impact Peyton Bowen's made for us in the last 6 games versus Caleb Downs, who's been not
Peyton
only
and
to his
Eli.
Peyton, not only to his detriment, but I mean, a lot of that's because he has a good defensive line. He's not playing against really good teams, didn't get a lot of opportunities, this, that, and the other, whatever it is. But because of the belief that he is already just the best player in college football, he was always going to win that award. They were not going to let him get out of Ohio State or out of college football without being the Thorpe Award winner. You saw, I think that the guy from LSU, the number 4, the corner there, it was, oh my gosh, I can't think of his name now. Malone.
Post.
Someone in the comments, look up that guy's name for me. I cannot think, or if you know it. But I think he was probably should have been the winner. But LSU isn't a good team this year, and you're not going to win it if you're not. What is his name? He has a really unique sounding name. He was a transfer from Arizona State too. I'm just blanking on it. Mansour Delaney. Yes, yeah. I thought he should have won it. I thought he had a better year in terms of actually production on the field. But listen to this. This is why I bring this up. Our national people that go on that are lucky enough to cover the team for a living and do this every single day and get to actually be the ones that frame the view of Oklahoma have to be more cocky, have to be more upfront at how good our players are. I don't want to hear another guy go on an interview and say, we believe this defense is really good. You go on these interviews and you say, Oklahoma has the best defense in the country. And I would even add, and I would even add, if you want to say Ohio State, I'll let you make that argument maybe, but I'm not going to let you compare the level of competition to what Oklahoma plays. Oklahoma has by far the best defensive line in the country, and I would even add by far, because there's no other defensive line that's going 4 deep with guys that are legitimately all SEC first team level caliber talent players. I would use that for every single position they have. Next year, John Mateer is going to be in the Heisman talk again, as much as people have been as bad as subpar as he has played. The talk should not be, look, John Mateer obviously had his first year in the SEC, and I think he really got a dose of how much better it is. It should be, look, John Mateer was balling before he got injured. Post injury, he didn't play as well, but how much is that as the injury? We don't know. All we know now is you have a year of John Mateer where he was still a guy that led every big game that we needed him to have a drive. He scored touchdowns for us. You could say he's opportunistic.
We still made it to a college football playoff.
He led us to it.
And if we make a run here, you can still say it's a guy that still led us.
Yeah. And it's a guy that might have been opportunistic, but when the opportunities presented themselves, he answered the bell. Right? He led an 8-minute drive to end the game against Michigan. Led a 7-minute drive against Auburn. The touchdown to Satania, whatever it is, threw three interceptions. And then change it. Say, yeah, that's a guy that threw 3 interceptions, but has the mental fortitude and the competitiveness to overcome that and throw 2 touchdowns and play lights out the last, quarter and a half. All that, like, I get so annoyed when I hear people online go on these like national shows and just feel like afraid to talk and brag about how good our team is. Your job is to frame the way the national, to an extent, I guess. Your job really is to report on the team. But if you were going to be someone who gives opinions and who likes to do go on all the shows and do all this, that, and the other, you almost have a duty to say, I'm going to do all I can to make sure people know how good this Oklahoma team is. And let them do all the research of how bad we were in certain games and how we didn't do this. They should come across after your interview saying, dang, Oklahoma must have the best player in the country at every position. I need to go look it up, especially on defense. There's no reason you should be hesitant at all to say that about our defense. If you get that and someone wants to say...
you shouldn't say our defense is pretty good.
Yeah, there should be pretty good. Pretty good, pretty solid. It should be, they're the best in the country. And you should say it with authority. Dude, they are. And if someone wants to say Ohio State, fine. You know what? You just say, all right, if the one team, or Texas Tech, which I think is laughable. I don't think if they Big 12 doesn't play a single, BYU was your best win. I'll leave it at that. Brigham Young. I don't know. I don't know. I like Rodriguez. No.
Getting on your soapbox a little bit.
And I need our media to get on theirs whenever they're on these interviews. I don't know. It bothers me. It always has. I hate the guarded opinion about Oklahoma. You are an Oklahoma.
And here's my thing, like, and I can understand to an extent, because I always say, like, I never want to get bookmarked and all that. But at the same time, like, if I'm getting paid to do it, bookmark me, baby.
Yeah, I mean,
because you know what? You bookmark me and you start adding me and quoting me, even if I'm wrong. Guess what that is for me? That one, that's more money. Because I'm getting impressions. 2, that's more exposure that you're going to get, so you can continue to build that platform. So I don't know if it's like that. I don't know if it's because we are from the Midwest, it's like, we need to be more humble. We need to let your play do the talking. I was never a crap talker. Naturally, I was definitely a let the play. But again, like, like you mentioned, you have to be you can't complain about these guys not getting awards if you're not actively
Right.
promoting them. If you're not saying Eli Bowen and Peyton Bowen had the best November
Mhm.
of any secondary pair.
Yeah.
And gosh knows how long.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure somebody could, but if it's your job, you should know more. You know, like you should be able to frame it that way. R. Mason Thomas was the best of edge rusher. He got hurt, and guess what? He's going to come back and still be the best.
Yeah.
Like David Stone, Jaden Jackson, our linebackers. You know why they don't have the stats? Because our line's so good.
Yeah.
But if you get to them, you better watch out. Like we have guys that you never even heard of before this year, with like Taylor Wine and Owen Heineke, in theory, who are out there making some of the biggest plays. Like I get it. You really do have to hype these guys up, and it seems like the only person we even hyped up was like truly hyped up was Tate Sandell.
Well, and you see,
and what happened?
And you see how much the framing something has an impact, because if we're being honest, R. Mason Thomas didn't have an all first team SEC year. He missed 5 games.
He missed a lot of games.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He had 6.5 sacks through 6 games, which is really good. He had the great game against Auburn. But if we're looking at actual production on the field, if you don't play and you miss games, it's not production. Now, do I think he's one of the best? Absolutely, I do.
But that's the framing of he was the best, yes.
And people came in saying R. Mason Thomas is one of the best edge rushers in the country. R. Mason Thomas. Why are people not coming into this game, these playoffs, saying David Stone's one of the best defensive linemen in the country? It's because as good as he is, we don't brag about him a lot. And the hardest thing, and it's in sports, it's in business, whatever it is, and I struggle with it too. And I think you're right, because it's not. No one wants to come across as arrogant or braggadocious or whatever as how they are as a person. The hardest thing is to talk about your own wins, because it seems like you are narcissistic or arrogant or whatever.
Right.
But
or you just
have to do that
to
an
an extent
extent
or something like that.
Right. But you have to do that to an extent. Like, people need to know how good everyone is on our team.
Right.
And obviously you're going to have a stage
how wrong
to do
Joe
it too.
Klatt is. People still watch him.
Unbelievable. Arch Manning, 4th best player in the country, even though he's never played it down in college football. He'll never get over that. If I ever had the benefit of being in a panel with Joe Klatt, which would never happen, but I'm saying, like, if I ever did, I'm printing out that paper and
Mama
just going to
Bowen
show
as celebrity picker. Yeah, Mama Bowen, absolutely. But no, that's just the thing. I mean, I get it, because you've been on here saying since early in the season that we have the best defense in the country. And again, and here is why. Here's all of our players and how they're the best at every position. And like, I think you said Caleb Downs, his stats weren't even close to Eli's.
No, they're not
or
close.
Peyton's. No. I mean, it's just interesting.
And this is where, like, if I'm the celebrity guest picker, which, by the way, ESPN, I would love to do. No one would know who I am, but it'd be cool. You know, whatever. Yeah, T would know.
And the 250 people here would know.
And my family would love. Here's what I would say. When we start, you're doing all that, you're doing all your picks, whatever, and they're going to go, Chad, why does Oklahoma win today? And I'll say, well, it's fairly simple. Football has 3 phases, right? Yeah. Oklahoma has the best defense in the country. They have the best special teams in the country. That's 66% of what football is about. We are the best in the country in. It's an offense that struggled. It's also an offense that's been injured. You've had 3 weeks now for those injuries to be healed. You had a running back that had no knees, which we've established is important to the position. That is now going to be healthy, and Xavier Robinson.
No knees and no thumb.
Yeah. And we've seen, by the way, it's another reason why you want to talk your noise whenever you're talking about your team. People still don't think X-Rob's even a good running back. He's one of the best in the SEC when he's healthy. He just is. I don't know if people are uncomfortable saying that or whatever, but he is. I would say there's a reason why we're going to win. We have the best defense in the country. We have a guy that got snubbed from not being a first-team All-American corner or whatever it is. We have a guy that another corner in Eli Bowen that's been one of the best corners in the country the last 2 years. We have the best defensive line in the country. And you just go through positions and say, undoubtedly, this is the best. And what I do love, you heard Kobe McKenzie. If you didn't, you need to go listen to some of his post-practice interviews. I think that they are starting to talk like they believe they're that good. And here's the thing. They should. And belief is not the same thing as arrogance to me. It's one thing if you aren't that good and you're trying to say you are and you're acting. They don't have an arrogance to them. They do the work, which is most important. But man, like they talked about the Texas Tech game or Texas Tech backers, and Kobe made a comment like, "Oh yeah, those guys in Lebanon, like, we're better squad than they are," or something of the sort. I heard it kind of third party, but it's
which caused a meltdown.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm unimpressed by any game they've won this year. You beat Utah, you beat BYU.
Yep.
Not impressed by either one of them.
Also, somebody was trying to say like, oh, well, their stats are better. They didn't have that many more tackles on our guys. And let's remember, we have the best defensive line. A lot of guys aren't even getting to our linebackers. Like a lot of plays aren't even getting there. And then on top of that, please, like you already mentioned, let's not compare the competition.
No.
Like, and even then,
No.
like it just. But neither here nor there. If
But
whatever it takes
again,
to motivate you.
people need to make that
Jonathan
case,
says
yeah.
burger/Zeno gets bigger. Zeno would have way too much anxiety, but
Zeno
I've
would
seen
freak
Burger around
out.
at the tailgates, and he's a good, calm boy.
Yeah, Burger's awesome.
Zeno's got some. My emotional support animal needs an emotional support animal. He's very anxious.
Oh, I never downloaded Zeno's.
And he's very very vocal when he's anxious. So
He's
I don't know
man.
if
He would
do
have.
Ooh, the Selmans.
That would be cool.
Okay, cool.
Did you send it to me yesterday?
I did send it to you. Dang. You can delete some emails.
Yeah, I know. There's so many.
Speaking of Zeno Zone, my poor doggo went 1-4 over conference champ weekends. It was not his finest moment. I may not have, actually. I feel like I'm lying to you.
You're fine if you didn't. I
realized I got it on my phone, and then I had a million other things to do. Y'all, it's been a crazy week on top of work, Chad's surgery, and just things I have to do as a wife. It's been crazy. But
by the way, I thought I could defeat anesthesia. No. Took me right out. My anesthesiologist was awesome. He goes, Chad, you're going to be dancing in Hawaii here in a minute. And I was like, I was like, he goes, what do you do? He goes, well, we'll try to get you to count to 20. He goes, you won't make it past 10, but you can try. And I was like, no, I'm going to make it past 10. And then I woke up. And I was like, how far did I make it? And they were like, you got to like 4. That's just so wild that they can make you do that.
How far did I make it? Yeah. Surprised you even got to 4 with that story. Like,
1, 2. Well, funny enough, people that engage in, people that try to, people that engage in certain, I don't even know how to, plants, and they light them and like to inhale the chemicals that plant produces.
I thought it was funny. Defeat anesthesia. Anesthesia won.
Anesthesia definitely won. Apparently, people that smoke marijuana, I guess the anesthesiologist was saying, have a high tolerance to that stuff. So that like they ask you that for a reason before. So if you do, don't lie. Like it's not illegal or whatever, but like just don't lie, because if they don't give you enough.
I've heard that redheads have a higher tolerance for anesthesia. I'm not joking. Like I have redheaded friends who have said like apparently they have to get like more. I don't know.
That is, I've never redheads.
Anybody redheaded that can attest to that? I've had like 2 redheaded friends say like something, they were in a surgery and the doctors were like, oh, is this like your natural red hair? And they're like, yeah. Like, oh, we're gonna have to give you a little more anesthesia. But then I don't know if that was a joke, but why would 2 different people have like the same story?
That's good. That's a good question.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. He says that's true.
Golly,
is it because they have no souls?
Jonathan 214 says that's true. Oh, whoa.
There's some people that just need more tolerance. So, Zeno Zone is coming up. He is 49-29, so still pretty good for the season. He's only picking the college football playoff games this week. I didn't want to have to find a random bowl game. Moving forward.
No, you shouldn't. Olivia Munn would be the prettiest guest picker. And for those who don't know,
I don't know who Olivia Munn is.
She's former Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend, and she's also
really pretty.
She's also a famous actor. Yeah, she also is an Oklahoma University.
That one girl, Lana Del Rey.
She's also an Oklahoma University graduate.
Wasn't Lana? Oh,
she's not bad looking.
If I woke up and looked like that, it would be such a shame.
What movie? Now, let me ask the group. What movie is she like? What made her famous? Is she famous
X-Men.
from? What is it?
X-Men. Says it right there.
Oh, X-Men Apocalypse. The Newsroom too.
But Lana Del Rey, that would be a good one. She was a celebrity picker, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Or maybe she was just there.
Well, I thought Lana Del Rey had a Texas jersey on one time too.
Oh.
Is she from Oklahoma? That's a dumb question, I know, but I have no idea.
We don't know celebrities, let me tell you.
I don't know actors. I don't know. She's from New York City.
No. Is that her?
That's basically Oklahoma City. Lana Del Rey? Yeah. She's professionally known as Lana Del Rey. I think my sister, by the way, shout out Leslie, is it's her favorite artist.
I could tell you exactly one song she sings.
Young and Beautiful?
Yeah. Great song. Now I went off.
Lana Del
the
Rey.
Pentatonics female singer went to OU. Did she?
Did she really?
Interesting. Oh, I think Lana Del Rey's boyfriend is from Oklahoma. Oh yeah, wasn't she dating like a cop or a sheriff or something? When I tell y'all, we don't know about celebrities. Anyways, we're getting off track. Man, Olivia Munn, she's gorgeous. Good for her.
She ain't bad looking.
Yeah, she got a dynamic face card. Anyways, he's only going to be picking the college football playoffs, considering there might be some other bowls. that he might just find interesting matchups for. But I didn't feel like you guys would care if it was like somebody that didn't really matter as much. And yes, as the modern please read that for me.
Modern Prospector 366
says, make sure you're smashing that like button.
Smashing.
I don't know how many we have, but I always say I'd like to have our goal to be like 50.
It really does help. I always thought it was cringy when YouTubers would ask for that. But like, I mean, I like a lot of videos now.
2 seconds.
Yeah, and it honestly does help. Weirdly
and
enough,
I
thought it was always BS.
Do it for
but
Zeno.
No, it really
don't even do it for us. Do it for Zeno.
Yeah.
Do it for the baby.
Nicholas Willis, before we get to this, Nicholas Wills, 11574 said Texas Tech had a weak schedule too. What's the deal with all these teams having such soft schedules? I don't know, man. I don't know. They threw Oklahoma into the deep end of the pool and said, learn to swim. And we did. We did this year. All right. It's time for...
Without further ado, the real star of the
everybody's favorite time of the week. Yes, exactly. Zeno Zone. This week he is going to pick, as T said, a lot of the bowl games. And we had to actually highlight. All right. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Quick question. I don't know what's more intimidating. Armix and Thomas lined up on the edge, or that right there. Can I zoom in at all? No. Dang it. That's hilarious. Look at him.
What was funny is he was very prepared. Like, I guess we didn't do one last week, but he was very prepared. So when I said, like, go to your carpet, like, go, he, like, whipped around real fast and kind of got in this position, like, I'm ready. And it was so funny. Also, on the Chad asked me on the Ole Miss pick, he's like, would he not go back to his carpet? I go, no. That was the second pick he made, so he was excited to be getting his treats. And I was like, go back. Like, go sit. Go wait. He was like, I'm going to wait here.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I guess we're going to wait there. Like, I'm not fighting you. And I'm not getting up off the floor to go take you to your carpet to walk back.
Nope,
so, yeah, he's righting his wrong. If y'all remember, he did not pick Oklahoma during the season. So, they've won Zeno back over, man.
He knows about it.
Stacey said, we hear it. 25 likes. We need more. We need more, guys. There's almost 300 people watching from whatever platform you're watching on. Just hop over. It won't take anything out of you. Just to like it for us.
Before we go, Jeremy Stevens says Oklahoma's battle tested. That will be helpful. That is very true. It is nice to go to the playoff knowing you've played the best in terms of physicality and talent, especially on the defensive side. Whereas coming from the Big 12, it was always we know we can handle the Big 12 defensive lines. What about the SECs? And for the most part, we struggled with that.
So we're scoring 40, but we're losing.
Yeah, exactly. Caden Nodelman says 2 of these games are going to be 40-point blowouts. Shaking my head. Yeah, I know. It's not going to be fun. Ole Miss played back in September. They're going to be better than they were in September.
JMU plays as well as one of their accounts is tweeting.
No, they're JMU News and Sports News or whatever. If you haven't followed, and T and I have retweeted a few, their Twitter account, whatever JMU Sports News is or whatever it is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It is. They're buying into the fact they know they're about to get killed, and they're just having fun with it.
We're gonna get so canceled on this.
One of their tweets was, "It's come to our attention. It's come across our desk during research that Oregon has 0 wins in the Sun Belt in the last year. JMU has 9. It's like they're like just putting this out there for those who care.
Yeah, they also tweeted a slow-mo video of Oregon. He was like, if this is real, Oregon's the slowest team that we've ever played.
Yeah.
Like JMU by 50 or something like that.
It's a slow. I mean, it's just funny. It's odd. It's like self-deprecating humor is hilarious because everyone knows.
I love it. No. And it's like honestly making this week fun. And someone's like, wow, I actually am going to hate to see y'all lose because I'm going to miss you. Like, I'm going to miss seeing you.
It's been awesome. Let's see. Share with my friends.
What a cute pup.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yep. I will choose a team with a strong temperament opposed to teams that have played soft comp. I agree, man. I agree. Hey, sorry for how T. Thank you for handling the first of the show. Sorry for the lining was really driving me crazy.
It took us a while to get kind of warmed up again.
We're calling a
likes are
free,
going up fast. Keep doing it. Sorry.
Nice. Sorry. We're calling a free no grade today because I wasn't even sure we were gonna do this a couple hours ago, and then we're luckily going to be able to. But regardless, it is the biggest week of OU football of our lives for sure. If you're, going maybe the 2000 game, but in the 2000s for sure. It's just awesome, man, to be back in a position in the college football playoffs. Biggest home game for sure. Yeah. I
think you said biggest game of our lives. We've played in several natties in our lives.
That's true. 2008.
So I think you meant home.
Home game. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Fair. Good correction, though. Good correction. And I'm excited, man. I hope everyone that is going just appreciates the moment for what it is. You don't know if you're going to get another one of these. It is rare that you get to have such massive games go on and get to be a part of them. And it's fun to be back in the college football playoff. There is was Chad wrong? I don't know. Hold on, T. I'm not. Was Chad wrong? How do you say this word? I don't read. I don't read French. It's WRONG.
Incorrect.
I don't know what that means, John. It's weird. I didn't know you spoke French. Actually, I can read a little French. I didn't know you spoke Mandarin. Sure. No, but I'm excited. I know, Tierney, I'm sorry you're gonna have to take a wounded and like a bird with a bad wing, I guess, to the game.
I'm doing the best I can too.
But I know, and what's crazy is, like, of course I get the surgery now whenever she's pregnant, and it's not like she can be lifting and doing, she's been awesome. But by the way, I'll be honest, it was hilarious the other day. Little 1950s, 40s-ish America. I'm sitting on the couch because I can't move much, and I'm like, T, can you please make me a plate for dinner? It was brought right to me. It was awesome, and she came back, picked up the plate, and I was like, don't
get used to it.
Yeah.
I love you very much, and you're in a lot of pain, and I'll do it now, but do not get used to it.
No, it was just it was hilarious because
he even said, he's like, I knew it was gonna happen too because I was seeing it on his face, like he did not want to be like to ask. He's like, so T, I hate to be real 1950s, but I knew it was coming. I was like, yeah, I got you. I'll bring it to you. You're good. And then it's just funny because he doesn't want to ask for too much, but he very much could not move.
No, and it was really bad last week. I'm a lot better now than I was the first day,
but definitely no. We had to unload the car after his surgery because we spent the weekend with our families. I'm obviously pregnant, so I'm not supposed to lift a ton or strain myself. He wasn't supposed to lift over like 10, 20 pounds, not very much at all. And
I was like, bring me a sandwich.
I had to very much go independent woman. I had to unload all the car because everything was over the weight limit for sure. And then Chad's like, well, maybe we could like call our neighbor. I'm like, no, I got this. Yeah. Like, it's not that bad. But we're fine, man. We're fine.
All right.
We're making it.
You guys rock. We say it every week. We really mean it. And we meant it, this whole season. Thank you all for spending time with us. It's awesome that it seems like the chat has some good conversations and is enjoying the time. We truly do really appreciate everyone that spends like any part of your evening with us because, it's awesome that people would care enough to want to hear what we have to say or just, whatever that is. If you're able to, like I always say, if you're able to talk to family, reach out to them, tell them you love them. Dealt with another situation with, T that was just kind of tragic, and you just never know how long you can. And it may be a weird thing to say on a sports podcast, but I'll always say it because it's important. You guys rock. I hope you're going to the game, get there safely. We will do a post game afterwards.
We hope we're still happy.
Hope we're happy. And if we're not, we'll still do a post game. And listen, the season's already a success. Now, is it going to be, I don't know, what's past success? Uber successful, I guess. Then we'll, that would be even better, I guess.
Okay,
but
let's frame that. It's been a success based on what we based it on preseason. Yeah. Because people are going to take that and be like, you think that's successful? Like, you're not a winner. No. Based on what we said would be successful, like what all fans said, this would be a successful season.
Yeah.
But of course, now you want more. I want the whole enchilada.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I still want to win. But I'm saying I won't be coming here saying like, oh, you need to fire people and you all, but what?
Let's pull up some nice thoughts. Boomer Center 129 says, best OU pod out there.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Caden says, always looking forward to these streams. We really look forward to it as well. We like spending time with you guys. And we like meeting you. We've met a lot of you in person too. So if you ever do see us and recognize us, you're more than welcome
Mhm.
It's like, say hi to us. We love putting a face to the people.
Yes,
So.
it's really neat. It's really awesome.
Anyways, we digress once again.
Yep. You guys rock. Have a good one. If you're going to the game, be safe there going and safe back. Go early, enjoy it. Don't rush around. And
Take it
dress
all
warmly,
in.
I guess.
Be
Or
loud,
not.
be proud.
Is it going to be cold? The weather's
I mean, it's not
Oklahoma.
gonna be like freezing, but it's gonna be nice. But you do definitely still need to dress warm.
Awesome. You guys rock. Boomer Sooner. Hopefully we win. Oh, prediction. Score prediction. My bad.
Don't let me do this.
I'll go first. That gives you a chance. I will go. Calling on my ancestors.
Oh gosh.
26-13, Oklahoma.
I was gonna go 24-13.
All right, there you go. That's your pick. 24-13.
Okay.
Boom.
I hope we score 24.
All right. God bless y'all. We'll see you see you for post game. Boomer.
Boomer.